Hello Libra. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Art Nouveau, Let Go, okay, by Matt Myers. It's a deck from circa, does it say? It says there, I know it does. 89, I think. Wrong side, maybe? It's probably right in front, I don't know. Is it not there? Yeah, it is. It's right there, right in front of my face. Right in front of my face. Anyway. Supportive Oracle Cards, Chakra Wisdom Oracle Cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen. There's Gretchen's last name as well. That way you have the proper spellings if you'd like to look up any of those artists and you can find their work. Okay. Libra. Okay. Okay, what do we have for Libra? Looks good so far, but let's go through the cards just to be sure, obviously. Starting off with enlightenment and gratitude. I feel like you're extremely realistic in this situation, extremely. Kind of like, got a lot of factors I'm balancing here. While there's a way that I feel like this should work out, where I've got it right now is pretty good. It's kind of like you got a 90% where you want it to be. 90, maybe 70 to 90, depending on the day. It kind of bounces a little bit. But all in all, it's pretty successful. Enlightenment with the gratitude is telling me some days are better than others, but overall, mostly it's good. The situation is pretty good. You're doing it pretty well. On the realistic note. Is it perfect? But it's 90% where you expect it to get. Trickery is in the environment. This is another thing you're realistic about. I feel like you're extremely realistic about this. Some people have this little playful attitude, or maybe you're dealing with a couple people who are a little bit underhanded. You're doing your best with that, but it's kind of like you're not going to convince them to stop that. The best you can do is be aware of it, handle it the best you can. It's just pretty much you recognize it for what it is and just kind of like, it's going to be here, this is how it's going to work. I just got to try to stay ahead of it. And I feel like you're doing that pretty well. It's not about liking or disliking that energy. It's just being on the honest, I see it for what it is kind of boat. And you got the Page of Pentacles here. You're used to it, but you're also looking for opportunity to change it. Yet you're still, again, very realistic. Two cards pop up in the environment here. Discovery and Soulmate. The people that you're dealing with, there's other people who are seeming to notice what this person's about. I feel like you're trying to not make it a big issue. You're just trying to police it yourself. Other people are having a problem here. The soulmate is very interesting. Like, people want this to go better, and they're having a hard time making it go better. People are coming forward with this. People are noticing this other energy, and you have to step in and try to mediate it. I'm getting with the Queen of Wands, because that's a quick energy. You have to quickly jump in there and stop this from becoming a problem. I'm getting a lot of like emotional, like you have to jump in there and stop this from becoming a problem. The fact that I'm seeing soulmate here is making me really wonder, like, no, people are like, this isn't right. This isn't how this should go. People are banding together, and I feel like that's the soulmate energy, like other people banding together and feeling like, oh no, we see the trickster here, and we're not a fan of that, and we're not going to put up with that. Complacency with the victim is like people are really making a big deal about this. A big deal about it, and you're kind of like, and it's weird because you're off to the side, like, I've been policing this and trying to make this work out right for the longest time. Now other people are seeing things they don't like about this person. It's becoming a big problem. Now what should I do? You got the Priest card on your side. This is trying to figure out, like, okay, what do I actually have to deal with? How does this person fit in here? How do these other people fit in here? What do we need to do to make this work out? It's very stressful. I'm trying to feel more at peace with it, but it's getting more and more difficult. I'm getting it's really difficult here, but at the same time you're in the thick of it. There's no working around it. You're just like in the middle of it. It's kind of like being in the middle of the circle and having to find your way out of it. It's kind of like the only way we're going to get out of it is to try to find out how to get these people to get along again. And it's kind of like it's becoming an issue and you're like, there's only a certain amount of ways I can handle this. What do I need to do? The next thing comes in. Balance with insecurity. Oh boy. This trickster energy, I feel like they shoot themselves in the foot. I really feel like they're shooting themselves in the foot at this point. The balance is like they're showing their true colors and people are seeing it. The one of the reasons they're showing their true colors is their own insecurity. They're making mistakes. They're nervous. They know they've been called out. There's only so much you can do for them. They seem to think you're more of an ally to them than you really are, in the sense of like you're not an ally to a trickster energy, but you try to get along with them. And now they're getting stuck. People are upset with them. People are really upset with them. Where is this going next? Because I'm getting like you're stuck in the middle of it too. This, okay, goes into the next level. I feel like the situation's going to kind of have to go through a metamorphosis. It's going to be like, I feel like you're watching and you're stuck in this fight and people are arguing it out. You're doing your best to mediate it. This is the point of this reading. It's not about what came before and how it got to this point. When people are mediating it through, they decide what's right and wrong, and other people seem to be like pointing out the justices and injustices, the judgment, if you will, of the whole situation. I don't see that card for you, but I do see that's happening. Your strength comes after, because you have the Ace of Cups. Kind of like, now that we know what's going on, now that we've decided what's right and wrong, that's where your power comes in, and like, this is what we need to do with it now. Your cup is full, kind of like, we need to keep the situation working, we need to keep the situation being productive. What do I need to do to keep everybody getting along? We're having a hard time here with this, because I'm seeing that Ace of Cups come in. It's a lot for you to move this forward. There's a lot of backbiting information, like people sniping things in the background that I feel like you have to be aware of, yet not play into. When the situation goes forward, it's going to go forward very quickly, and it's going to go forward. See, this Queen of Cups that's you handing over this cup. Like, this is, like, whatever, you filled that cup with something. It's like you either filled it with water, wine, milk, whatever you wanted. You're putting in the situation what you think should happen next. You're handing it over to somebody else to make it go forward. It goes forward very quick. The Moon card is like not knowing exactly how that's going to work out, but people are trying to go along with your information and how that should go. You're conflicted, I see at the end. You're very solid and stable here at the end. You seem to be very comfortable with the Ten of Cups, but it's kind of like trying to keep things secure and trying to stay happy with it. That's there's the Nine of Pentacles. There's the Ten of Cups I'm trying to show you. But it's going to take a long time before this actually starts flying right. This is going to take a long time before people start getting along again. I'm getting like you're going to have to keep policing this as it keeps going forward and help the growth keep moving forward. There's definitely a problem here. Because I feel like you have to keep, it's like you hand over what you think should happen, and then you have to hand it over to someone else, and then after they're taking the lead on it, it's almost like you're training somebody. It's almost like you're a coach training a world-class runner or somebody, and you teach them how to do it, but then you have to keep on them to keep doing it the right way, and you have to keep coaching them and keep them on the right path. But when it's all said and done, it's somebody else running that race. So you coach and you guide and you try to help, but when it's all said and done, it's on somebody else to actually do the right thing. Keep going with it, keep working with it, keep trying to make it work out. I'm getting it's becoming more of a challenge just to make sure it stays on point. It's going to take a long time for this to work out. That trickster energy, be careful of it. It's going to keep popping up later. You want to coach this person to be aware of it. You want to just let them know what that person is really like and why you've been doing what you've been doing to try to keep it going along. It's just the growth here, it keeps going. it's a long haul situation. It does feel very labored, but I also feel like it goes better the longer you stay connected with it. But keep that in mind. You're coaching this final person, this Queen of Cups. You're coaching them to keep moving forward. You might be coaching more than one person as well. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.